While cash flow and profits in your business are certainly important, building an asset that someone would want to buy allows you to get paid twice. No, actually 3 times. There are some obvious reasons why building your business's value matters, ranging from increasing cash flow and profit to being able to get financing for growth, selling the business for the best multiple at fair market value, and planning for retirement. Owning a business is designed to build you wealth, not just cash flow and profits. While cash flow and profits are certainly important, building an asset that someone would want to buy allows you to get paid 3 times: your salary, the profits, and the proceeds from the sale of your business. Otherwise, the risks inherent in being a business owner would hardly be worth it. So how come so few business owners focus on this? Being a small business owner myself, in my businesses, for years, there simply was not enough time, team, money, or technology in place to free me up to focus on building the value of my business. Other reasons we have seen over the years with our clients is that they are unclear on the direction of their business and have yet to settle on their exit date. Another big reason is the lack of clarity on exactly what to focus on to grow the business's value. A common assumption is, I'll grow the value of my business by increasing revenues. It's surprising that it doesn't happen more often, but sometimes business owners will also include profits, and even less often, they'll include cash flow. Not knowing the 8 levers to improve leaves most business owners in the dark in terms of the value of their business. According to a study by M&T Bank, they have estimated that 98% of business owners do not know the value of their business. This is a problem. It's a problem because in 2024, 37% of business owners are baby boomers. These business owners will most likely be exiting their businesses to retire. They're hoping to reap the return on investment of blood, sweat, and tears, along with their time and money they have invested in their business. In fact, studies show that 90% of business owners have all their net worth tied up in their business. Take a moment now and think of all the investment you have tied up in your business so far. If you don't build the value of your business, you risk losing all of your investment. The sad fact is that approximately 80% of businesses with revenues under $1 million that go up for sale will never sell. That's only 1 in 5 businesses that will sell. When the revenues are $1 to $2.5 million, the percentage is 75%, or 1 in 4. For businesses between $2.5 and $10 million, it's 66%, or 1 in 3 businesses that will successfully sell. Even if they want to sell, most business owners are not prepared to sell, with 50% of business owners involuntarily exiting their business due to death, divorce, disability, distress, or disagreements. These statistics are dismal. To make matters even worse, 90% of buyers who start a search to buy a business never complete the transaction, and 50% of deals that enter due diligence fall apart. Wow, that's only 5 out of every 100 buyers on the market actually end up buying a business. Here at Action Coach, our definition of a business is a commercial, profitable enterprise that works without you. You may still be involved in the business, however, the business works whether you are there or not. So what can you do to improve your chances and be one of the business owners who does sell and sells for the ideal multiple in your industry? You must learn the 8 levers to focus on and take action on them. If you do this, you will be among the few business owners who realize the freedom you looked for when you started your business. You'll be able to extract the value you've built. Maybe you're in a place where you are preparing to sell, or seeking financing, or looking to grow or scale your business, or simply want to get to a place in your estate planning to know when you can exit the business. In any of these cases, you want to know what your business is worth on the market and what you need to do to get the most value. I love this quote from George Foreman. The question isn't at what age I want to retire, it's at what income. I want you to know there is hope. In this series, we'll dive into those critical 8 levers to increase the value of your business. Now here they are. First is focusing on your business's financial performance. This is so much more than your profit and loss and your balance sheet. Second is the growth potential in your business today and tomorrow. Third is the Switzerland structure, eliminating the dependency on any one employee, vendor, or supplier. Fourth, the valuation teeter-totter of cash flow. Fifth is the amount of recurring revenue in your business. If your business model doesn't have a recurring revenue aspect, work with your business coach to design one. Sixth is your monopoly control, where you gain control of your pricing. Seventh is customer satisfaction. How satisfied are your customers? Are they bringing you referrals? And lastly, the 8th lever, dismantling the hub and spoke structure. These are the 8 levers. Let me share 2 stories to illustrate what happens when these levers are focused on and when they're not. John had a small marketing firm, very well known in our hometown. They did award-winning work. John was the star marketer. He had a little administrative support, and he outsourced aspects of the work to contractors. However, the output of the business was entirely dependent on him or his approval. While John was able to take a salary and some distributions, most of what he made went to cover expenses, with a little left over. As he approached the age of retirement, John felt it was too late to address any of the things that would make his business valuable to a potential buyer, and he simply closed his doors. Didn't even try to sell. On the other hand, Mary was a bit savvier and more committed to the process of preparing to sell. She took a handful of years to implement technology, develop her sales team, create targeted marketing, improved her financial performance, financial ratios, and cash flow. She set up long-term contracts and became known for a niche in her industry. She tended to both sides of her customer relationships, with clients and with the temporary workers whom she contracted out from her staffing agency. She brought in a general manager to manage the day-to-day. She had significant revenues and reputation, so she was able to attract potential buyers in her industry. She sold for fair market value at the multiple she was looking for, and thanked me for pushing her to do the things that got her there. 2 vastly different outcomes. I imagine John was fine in his retirement. However, he couldn't extract the value from his business when he closed his doors and walked away. I tell you all of this to stress the importance of working not just in the business, but on your business. Invest the time in learning about these levers and get your Value Builder score and report today. The Value Builder report provides you with a range of the value of your business within a 10% swing based on your industry and over 80,000 business evaluations performed. Best practice is to get your business valuation annually, the same way you meet with your accountant and your financial planner or wealth manager annually. Getting your business valuation done annually lets you know where you stand. If you're committed to building the value of your business, you will also want to take advantage of our 12-month program designed to evaluate and move the needle forward on these 8 levers. When you address these areas, you'll gain greater clarity of the current value of your business, and you'll have a much better idea of where you stand. You will steadily gain more freedom, time, and cash in your business until you're operationally prepared and personally ready to sell your business. And when you are ready to sell, you'll be in the best position to get fair market value at the best multiples for your industry. While you can find free business value calculators online, all they provide is a score based on the financials you enter. They do not provide you with the detailed report on the 8 key levers in your business that we do. Get your score today and grow one of your most valuable assets, your business. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in our next video.